Hannah Han, The Five People You Meet in Heaven by Mitch Albom. The book is 196 pages long. This book is about a maintenance man for Ruby Pier, whose name is Eddie, who dies trying to save a little girl from a falling ride. Once he dies, he goes to heaven and meets 5 people whose lives he's impacted or they've impacted on his life, and they all share a lesson with him. Some of the characters in the book are Eddie, who is the main character of the book and maintenances the ride at Ruby's Pier. He has worked there since he was a teenager and took over his dad's job when his dad died. Another character is Dominguez, one of Eddie's co-workers. He was planning to go to Mexico with his wife before Eddie died, but he really liked Eddie. The Blue Man, the first person Eddie meets in heaven. He explains all the rules and teaches him about how everything happens for a reason. Another person is Marguerite, Eddie's wife, who died before him and is Eddie's 4th person. She waited for Eddie while he was in the war, and they had a small wedding after. She taught him the power of love even after death. My favorite character is Dominguez. I like him because they show his perspective sometimes, and you could really tell that he cared about Eddie. I also like Eddie's father after Ruby explains what his father did when his best friend tried to rape Eddie's mom and then was about to drown. The setting first takes place at Ruby's Pier. Then, once he died, shifted from his person to another person. With the Blue Man, who was his first person, it was Ruby's Pier, as it was when Eddie was a child. Then, when he went to the captain, who was his second person, it was a war zone. With Ruby, who was his third person, it was a cafe in the mountains. Marguerite, his 4th person, was at weddings all over the world. With Talia, who was his 5th person, it was a river bend, and finally Eddie's heaven was Ruby's Pier with all the people his maintenance saved. I think the theme in The 5 People You Meet in Heaven would be the purpose of life. The end.